Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now we're trying to post plenty of puzzles and videos to keep you entertained during the coronavirus crisis, and this rather special one about the crisis has come in from Ben Needham. Ben's created a combination of three of our favourite puzzle types, a thermo, sandwich and killer. Now, I don't think the killer is a deliberate reference to some of the effects of COVID-19. That's just unfortunate. It's just a name in Sudoku. But this is kind of a picnic puzzle about COVID-19, if you like. Now, the way the rules work is that, as you can see, the shapes in the grid rather brilliantly spell out COVID-19, the thermometers. And along the thermometers, the numbers have to strictly increase. With the clues outside the grid, these are sandwich clues, so they show the sum of the digits between 1 and 9 in that row or column. Almost all of them are 0, apart from a 19 because of COVID-19. And all of the coloured areas are cages, effectively summing up to 19 as well. So Ben's really carried the theme through here, and it looks like a very clever puzzle. I've provided it in a link below the video as usual, and do have a go at it on our software, and I'm going to try it now, see how we go. So a couple of the thermometers are 8 cells long, so they're quite helpful. What I like to do is to fill in the possibilities along the whole chain. I think Simon sometimes thinks that's an inelegant way to begin a thermo puzzle, but I think it really helps me see what we've got to work with as possibilities. Now, that's quite restrictive. The central column's interesting. There aren't many places where 9s could go, for instance. This one is the end of a thermometer, and this one isn't on a thermometer, but everything else isn't on the end of a thermometer. And of course, we've got a 0 sandwich clue in it, so the 9 can't be here now. So in fact, the 9 must be here, with the 1 beside it, which must be here, because this isn't the beginning of a thermometer. And that's a start. Now, what about this shape? Okay, well, no, actually, I think there's a couple of ways to look at this shape. The shape has to add to 19, but this 0 clue up here means that this can't be 2 and this 8, or there just wouldn't be enough space in between for all the numbers. Another way to look at that is this cell couldn't be both 1 and 9. So one of them has to appear in one of these cells. And given the 0 clue between the 9 and the 1, I think that means both have to be on that, on the thermometer. Now that adds up to 10. Now this could theoretically still be either 5, 4 or 3, 6 to add up to 19 in the rest of this cage. But in fact it couldn't be 4, 5, because what could this be in between them? So that has to be 6, 3. And that allows us to fill in most of the rest of the box. I can't still disambiguate this square, so this cell, so that one has to be 4, 5 as well. Interesting. So the shapes aren't as unuseful as I'd feared. Now, this one has to add to 19. It's already got a 9 in. So the other two are either, given that it's got to begin with at least 3, this must be 3, 7 or 4, 6. Ooh, that gives us a 6, 7 pair in the column. That might be interesting. 8 would be either here or here. Okay, it's not quite getting us there. How about over here? This shape, these 3 cells of this shape, if they didn't have an 8 in, the minimum they could be, there's a 4 here, or a 5. The minimum they could be is 5, 3, 2. That would have to be a 9, and that's impossible. So these cells have an 8 in. And now they could be 8, 5, 3, 13, 16. That would leave 3, so that's not possible. Or they could, so this has to be more than 3. So it could be 4, 5, or 6. It can't be 7, because this has to be higher, and there's already 8 and 9 in the row. Yeah, it has to be 4, 5, or 6. So this 8 clue here, sorry, there is an 8 in these 3 cells. If this was 4, 12, there'd be another 7, which would be 2, 5. So it could be 8, 2, 5 with a 4. If this was 5, actually this can't be 6 either, because that would be 7. And with 6, 7, 8, 9 already in the grid, this couldn't be higher, so that's not 6. So if this was 4, this is 8, 5, 2. And if this is 5, there's an 8 here, 13, 8, 4, 2. So this shape must be made up of 2, 4, 5, and 8. It's an intriguing deduction. That must be a 6 or 7, and we have another 6, 7 pair. 8, 9, 3, 4, 5. This must be 1. 2, 4, 5, 8 are gone in the shape. 3, 9, 7, 6 in the row. That has to be a 1. Wow. Okay, I mean, that was more than I was expecting from that shape. 2, 4, 5, 8, 9, 7, 6. These have to be 1 and 3 as a pair. 6, 7. These have to be something from 2, 4, or 5. Ah, the fact that that's a 1, 3 pair decides this cell. That's a 4. So we can get rid of 4 from those two. Put it in here. Take it out of these ones. That's a 2, 5, 8 set. So that allows us to sort out the 4, 5 over there. These last two remaining cells are 7, 8. No, they could be 6. Oh no, this one is fixed by this shape adding up to 19. That's a 6. So we can't have a 6 in there. 3, 6, 9 as a group down there. And again, some progress. Now this 6 has resolved this cell, and the numbers bigger than it are therefore fixed. 7 and 8 there. Now it's fascinating how much comes out. It didn't look like it was yielding all that much at first. What a clever puzzle. Now, what else can we do next? Well, those, look, we've done the 1, 9, the sandwich clue, and we've done that one. So we've done the down sandwich clues. In this row, obviously the 9 is next to a 1 somewhere. This 19's a bit open-ended at the moment. But up here, where can 1 and 9 go together in the top row? Well, look, this cell's not possible because of the 1 and 9 there. These ones aren't possible because they can't contain a 1 or a 9. And that's ruled out all those 5 now. And this one can't be a 1 or a 9. They must be in these two cells. So we must be able to put in 9 there and 1 there. That 1 fixes the 3, 1 pair down here. These come from 2, 4, 5, or 6, but don't know much else about them. Wow, intriguing. Okay, and this shape now, which begins and ends on the top row, but the top row can't have any more 1 and 9 in it. So 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, no, it can't be a 6. That would be too much. So let's get rid of the 4 from there. This could be 4 or 5. This could be 5, 6, 7. This could be 6, 7, 8. Those are the possibilities. We've got a 2, 3, 4 triple now. So everything else on the top must be 5, 6, 7 or 8 for what it's worth, which may not be all that much. I'm looking now at this 19 shape here, at 19 sum. With that we've got 28. So these other 3 cells make up 17. That's not simple. Now this first one can't be a 1. I'm just going to fill in the possibilities. 2, 3, 4, or 5. This could be 3, 4, 5, 6. This could be 4, 5, 6, 7. They all seem to be possible. Oh, this one couldn't be the 4 because that's in the row, in the column, I mean. Where can 1 and 9 go in this box? Look, there's 1, 9 here. So that's ruled out this cell. All the other cells have got something in that's not 1 and 9. So they must be a pair in there. Oh, I thought that was going to give us something nice, but maybe it doesn't. It's a nice find though. Now, 1 is in one of those cells and 1 is here. Where is 1 in row 2? It's got to be in one of these 3 cells. It's clearly not in that one. And it's not in this one because there's a 1 below it. So 1 is here. Don't know if that helps. I just think there's too many 19 possibilities for this shape, so I'm not working on adding them up yet, but that might be a mistake. What else have we got? 2, 4, 5, 6, 4, 9, 6, 1, 7. I'm just looking at the middle row. Where can 8 go? In the middle column, where can 8 go? Can't go here because there's an 8 there. It can't go here because there's 2 cells bigger than it on the thermometer, so it must go there. This must be 9. 3 and 7. 7 must be in one of these cells. These others must be 2, 3 or 5 in the column. The only place for a 6 now in this box is here, so that must be a 6. This isn't a 6 therefore, and that means this isn't a 5. 8, 7, 6, 1, 9. This is 2, 3, 4 or 5. Just wondering if these restrictions are now coming into play. If I had a list of the shapes for the possibilities for 19 in 5 cells including a 1, that might actually help here, but I think there's still 2 or 3, so that's not getting everything done there. Where else can we go? We've used the sandwich clues. Yes, this 19, the remaining sandwich clue. Yeah, 19's too many to be in those 2 cells, so the 1 has to be to the left of the 9, and look, we've got a 1 there and a 1 there. 1 must be here. Now these add up to 19. Add in the 1 and 9, that adds up to 29, plus 16 to get to 45. 16 there, this cage adds up to 19, so there must be a 3 here. We can get rid of the 3 there. These must add up to 18. Is that useful? Not yet. 1, 8, 9, 3. So these are made up of 2, 4, 5, 6 and 7. What do they add up to? 24. To take out 8 from those must be 6 and 2. So that's 4, 5 and 7. This one is the 4. We can get rid of 4 and 5 from there. 4, 5, 7, 9, 8, 1. These are 2, 6 and 3 in that set there. Excellent. Now, that's quite a lot of progress, I think. 4, 5, 7, 3. This is 2 or 8. That 4 acts up here, so that becomes 3. This must be 2. We can fill in 3 and 4 there, and 5. Finish off the box with a 2. That fixes a 5 in the middle. We've now got a 2, 4, 6 triple there. This is a 3, 7 pair, and we've put a 3 in. So 7 and 3. Lovely. This is 9 or 6. This can't be 1 because that thermo wouldn't work. So it's 6 or 9. So this is 1. That's 9. I love that. I mean, the way it all interacts is brilliant. The only place for a 1 in this box is here. That's 8. That's 2. This is no longer 8, so that's not 7. Can't quite finish that off. 2, 8, 1, 3. All right, these add up to 18 to make this green cage sum to 19. So they're 18, then 28, 29, 34. These remaining 2 cells add up to 11. That must be 2 and 9. Excellent. And that really could crack us wide open, I would have thought. 5, 7, 9 as a group there. Can get rid of the 6 from those. 4, 6, 8 there. Now surely I've got enough to, I don't know, maybe I've got to still use this shape up here. That can't be a 9 anymore. That can't be a 9. That means this can't be an 8 for the thermo. 9, 1, 2, 3, 5. This could still be 4, 6, 7 or 8, annoyingly. I wonder if adding these to 19, is there really only one possibility now? I don't think so. Sorry, I shouldn't highlight them in yellow next to the yellow box. So the white cells in box 1 must add to 19. Oh, there's probably something very straightforward I'm missing now. That can't be a 4 anymore. Ah, yes, look, this has become a 7. From the 6 here ages ago. So let's get rid of that 7. And that 7 and that 7. Now that means 7 is not in this yellow cage. So 19, 26. These 4 have to add up to 26, the 4 white cells, including 9 and 7. But that could still be with 8 and 2 or 6 and 4. Ah, nearly there. But that does mean that 3 and 5 have to be in the yellow cells, so that's not a 3. That's a very minor advance, isn't it there? So one of those 2 is a 3. This one can't be a 5 anymore. Oh, look, that 5 has disambiguated this 6. Okay, sorry if you've spotted that and been shouting at the screen. I should have got that a while ago. Now, there has to be a 7 in this box, and it's got to be there now. This is either 2 and 8 or 4 and 6, and it can't be 4 and 6 because they're on a thermo which couldn't fit 2 cells between them. So that's 8 and 2. Excellent. And surely we're now finished. Yeah, this is a 4 because that's 6. 7, 6, 9. This is 5, 8, 4. There, lovely. 4, 1, 7, 9, 8, 2. This is 6. This is a 3, 5 pair now that we can't quite solve, but 3. That must be 5. So obviously a 4 in between them. Wow, I love this puzzle. I mean, that is so clever. The idea that you kind of take the words COVID-19 and you make this complicated puzzle out of them, and it works so beautifully. It just seems astonishing to me. You know, again, I do emphasize we don't want to be celebrating COVID-19 in any way. It's an absolute scourge, but that doesn't stop this being a really clever puzzle. most enjoyable. Thank you very much, Ben. I think that sorts it all out, and congratulations if you got your way through that one. That's a tricky one. Thanks very much for watching, and hope to see you again soon on Cracking the Cryptic. Bye for now.